Okay. Doop. All right. Oh, I almost forgot to switch the screen over here. But like, yeah, we should be back up for tonight. I like to say. Oh, this is Genshin though. Like, yeah, not Star Rail over here. So yeah, let me switch to the Star Rail screen instead. I think for the vertical stream, it should be properly set to Honkai Star Rail over here. But yeah, yeah, nonetheless, welcome back. Part 2, I guess, for tonight's stream of continuation of Genshin earlier per se, but yeah, nonetheless, I guess we can try to get started with the new baseball event, you know, that just recently released when Hyacinth's banner, you know, was just came out a couple of days ago over here. But yeah, I think everything should be up and running now. At least the screen looks to be at least not blinking anymore. But yeah, nonetheless, I guess we can continue where we left off over here, to say the very least. But yeah. Ooh, it said no sound detected for some reason, but I think it only shows no sound detected if I like hide the video preview, that is. So I mean, I think everything else should be like okay for the time being, but like yeah. I'll have like some resins I guess we can use per se, since time has passed when we did the parallelism Arcane Quest for the Genshin side of things earlier this evening. But I think we still need to like farm a little bit of sentient materials for Hyacinth though, because like when we make, you know, the purple flowers, I guess, you know, for her, it will like then tell us that we need to like collect more of the blue flowers and the other one as well. So like, I guess we can still get started with second part of today's stream to form a little bit of Hyacinth and then make our way to the event per se, like the baseball event, I guess you could say. But like yeah. Don't have enough for 6 attempts though, unfortunately, but it's okay. I mean, 5 is enough for now, and then we can just like work on way to the bigger numbers later on per se. But like yeah.
Oh, Lady Jade.
Yeah, I think my screen is set properly, right? It's not a blank screen. Okay, just making sure, because I remember we were just streaming Genshin earlier, so need to make sure that, you know, for YouTube, I guess it's the right one as well per se. But like yeah. Okay, let me double check though. I think it's okay though, right? Okay, it's not blank. But like yeah. Hello Xander, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. How's your day been, by the way, today? Should I pull for the unicorn girl Hyacinth? Depends on like, I guess, what you currently have at the moment, I guess, or like how badly you really want Hyacinth over here per se. What characters do you currently have, I guess, right now? But either way, I kind of still recommend pulling for Hyacinth regardless, just because, you know, she's a pretty good remembrance healer at the very end of the day and whatnot, you know. So like yeah, I don't think that she like heals like that much though, you know, at least from the first time, you know, doing her character trial back then, you know, when her and Herta, you know, like initially came out last Tuesday, I believe, right? But like yeah, if you have a casteress, I guess, you know, or if you really need like another healer, like just generally speaking over here, then yeah, I'll probably say Hyacinth is a good worthwhile character to pull for regardless. But I mean, I don't know if she's like exactly like a must pull though, just because, you know, she doesn't really like heal as much as I thought she'd be. Like yeah, like she kind of reminds me a bit of Ling Sha, I suppose, you know, except maybe specified, I guess, you know, specialized in some like other cases different from Ling Sha, that is. Because, you know, Link Shaw is like a bit more towards suited for like break teams and whatnot. But I mean, yeah, if you have the Stellar Jades, I suppose, or if you really like her, such really want her, then I'll probably still go for her nonetheless at the end of the day if I were you. Like, yeah. But I think she like works best with Casterus though. So like, if you don't already have Casterus per se, like from last main from before, then I'm not too sure, you know, if you should pull for Hyacinth or not. But nonetheless, whether you decide to go for Hyacinth or not, I think she's still a worthwhile pull to say the very least, even if you don't have Casterus per se. But like, yeah. Hello Lunan, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. How's your weekend been so far? But yeah, hope you had a great Saturday. By the way, Lunan. I'm doing pretty good, I'd like to say. We just finished the Genshin Alchemy Quest, you know, for the Mondstadt Parallelism Alchemy Quest just now, before having to take the dog outside, you know, for her to sleep. But like, yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty good day today, nonetheless. Yeah, the Parallelism Alchemy Quest is actually pretty darn good, not gonna lie. Like, I thought the ending, though, was maybe a bit sooner than I expected it to be, you know, because, I thought we had to like explore more of Dragonspine afterwards, and instead we only get to like really explore Dragonspine like for like a little bit, you know, in terms of like the overall Alchemy Quest that is. But yeah, other than that, I thought it's like pretty good nonetheless. And I'm assuming they're like saving, you know, the rest, you know, for like a future Alchemy Quest, like, or maybe a Summertide event that we may have during the summer, you know, like yeah. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Lunan. Have you started the new event at all by any chance or no? Like the one for the baseball event, I believe, right? For Penokuni that we have over here per se. But like, yeah. Oh, have you done the Trailblazing mission too or no? I mean, I don't want to do this one just yet though, because, you know, I've yet to do like all the other Trailblazing mission, you know, starting from Penokuni over here. But like, it does look really cool though, not gonna lie. At least from the cover art, you know, of Hyacinth like leading the group, you know, to fight off against the dragon, I guess, you know, towards the new region of Ampharos, you know. It does look really cool, I like to say. So like, I mean, from the cover, you know, it looks to be good, but I mean, I also like don't want to judge a book by its cover, you know. So like, yeah, for the actual Trailblazing quest. Problem is, I started the game early and I stopped now. Oh, okay, I see. So, you only played like a little bit, you know, during the first year of Star, and then you just recently came back, right? Like, how long have you been playing since the beginning of Honkai Star Rail? I suppose, like, when it initially, like, released, when, you know, Bellabach was around, but like, yeah. Oh, okay, you have Sealy at least, I guess, but, I mean, yeah, Sealy's definitely not as good as she used to be. Like, yeah, she's like quite underpowered now compared to like, you know, Acheron and whatnot, and like other characters too per se. But I mean, she's fun to use though, I'm not gonna lie. At least in my personal opinion, like, I still pull for Sealy even though Acheron was like right around the corner, you know. I still pull for her like right before Acheron's first banner came out. You know, when Penokuni was about to like release soon afterwards and whatnot, you know, so like, yeah. She is quite underpowered though, not gonna lie. But like, she's fun to play though, I like to say, and also has like really good, you know, relationships, you know, with Bonnie over here. So like, story-wise, you know, I think that she's a pretty cool character, as well as like, you know, she like saved saved Brania from the bullets, you know, from the soldiers, I guess, earlier. But like, yeah, she is a bit underpowered, I guess, but she is also supposed to get a buff in the future very soon, right? Well, I think Jin Liu, Sealy, Silwolf, and like other characters are supposed to get like character buffs, you know, within the very next updates, or like sooner, you know, rather than later per se. But like, yeah. Hello FY, welcome back to the stream. How's your day going so far? Hopefully having a great week as well, by the way, FY. But nonetheless, welcome back to the stream. I haven't done the baseball event at all yet. I heard that from you guys, or like at least I heard, you know, from people before, you know, that it might be a bit short, but I guess we'll see over here once we get started per se. But like I'm assuming it's like much of a small event, you know, compared to a bigger event, like how we had with the Pom Pom board game event, you know, that ended like last Sunday, I believe, for the 2nd anniversary per se. But like still. Yeah, I still want to do Aim for Us and Penokuni, of course. Like, you know, I still definitely want to go through the Trailblazing quest, you know, but I also like want to finish, you know, all the other stuff as well, you know. Like the last thing we did within the Fates thing, you know, like the Fates Atlas over here, I believe is like finishing off the Herta Space and side quest over here. Like yeah, like all of these scenes over here, you know, which honestly I found them to be pretty good for a side quest, that is. I thought the initial ones were like kind of stale though, like it's not that important per se, but the bottom ones over here were actually pretty nice to play through, not gonna lie. Like yeah, especially the one with the robot, you know, in which we thought it was a human at first. These two, I heard that we don't really play until later on. Like this one over here, you know, for the Cosmic Home Deco guide, like I think Wolfie, you know, she mentioned that we don't really play this until like right before going to Penokuni or after Penokuni ends. So like, you know, this one we definitely want to hold until then. And this one is, you know, it's a seclusion zone. So yeah, I'm not gonna do this one because, you know, it's the seclusion zone. So like, yeah. Yeah, I stream on both YouTube and TikTok. I used to do Twitch, you know, like before, but I kind of switched to YouTube like very recently and whatnot. Like, yeah. I guess it's been a week, I guess, you know, that my streams on YouTube have been like going smoothly now, or at least that's what it feels like so far. But yeah, I used to, I guess, you know, you do Twitch and TikTok, but yeah, I swapped out the Twitch with YouTube instead, just because I felt like, you know, it might be a good idea to change sides and whatnot, or like change pace per se. But like, oh yeah, plus, you know, Twitch, you know, has like a lot more ads now than ever was before. I know they had the For You page now, right? You know, like how to try to make it as like TikTok, I guess, you know. But like, every time when someone opens a stream, you know, there'll be like 5 ads that you like watch through, you know, before like actually joining, which is a huge barrier and blockade, I like to say, compared to YouTube, you know, in which YouTube you're even like able to like skip ads even, you know, like yeah, but Twitch you have to like, you know, sit through the whole thing of like all 3 to 5 ads and whatnot. So like yeah, at least for me, you know, I'm getting like 5 ads like every time I want to like watch someone stream, you know. But like YouTube, you know, you maybe get like 1 or 2, you know, but like the thing with YouTube is that you're able to like skip them and whatnot. So like yeah. But yeah, stream on both if you want to like watch the VODs or like just want to watch horizontally instead per se. But like at the same time, I have met some like a few new people on the YouTube side recently as well. Not gonna lie, when we're doing the Genshin Autumn Quest, you know, the past two days, I like to say, you know, like yeah. True, I like the story, but yeah, I really like the story of Bellabog that we got within the first year of, you know, when Stario just released per se. But yeah, overall Celia is quite weak, not gonna lie, nowadays, you know, for like Honkai Stario today per se. But he is supposed to get a buff though, so like, you know, don't give up on her yet, you know, because like, you know, she is one of the characters, you know, that's supposed to get a buff, as well as like Jinlu, Silwolf, and like perhaps others too, you know. So like yeah, like don't lose hope, don't give up on Celia just yet, because she may yeah, she may be better later in the future and whatnot. So like yeah, I don't think she would be as OP though, or like as powerful as Herta, you know, or like Casterus here, because like I'm not saying Acheron anymore, because like Acheron, you know, is like kind of power crept, you know, from the new Aim for Us characters we have, like Herta and Casterus per se. But Acheron, yeah, Acheron kind of replaced Celia when she came around at the very beginning of Penokuni back then, I guess you could say. But like right now, I think the top 3 are Herta, yeah, the Herta, Casterus, and I believe Fei Xiao. I don't know too much about Fei Xiao though, because like I don't really have her exactly yet per se. But at least from the impression so far, I feel like those are the top 3 hitters at the current state, you know, like yeah. Well, okay, yeah, just after Penocone. So like, I guess we'll save that side quest, you know, like right after we finish Penocone. Well, maybe one of you guys might have to remind me that I have to like, you know, do the bedtime quest, you know, like before we, you know, do the Ampharos Trailblazing quest, right? But yeah, that's what Wolfie told me. It was like either right after finish Penocone or like right before going to Ampharos. But like, yeah. Oh, hello Lumen, welcome in. Welcome to the YouTube side. How are you doing today? But like, yeah, yeah, it should be like within my bio page, right? Yeah, there should be a link, you know, that if you just like look at my profile and then it'll like take you directly to there. But it's funny how like, you know, when you click on the link, right, it gives you like a red exclamation mark, you know, as if, you know, TikTok doesn't want you to like go there because of, you know, because of like, you know, YouTube and TikTok are like kind of like rivals in some cases, in some sort of ways, you know. So like, yeah, it's funny how they like give you like a red exclamation mark, you know, to like not go over there, like not switch platforms. But if you were to put like a custom link, you know, like a random link, you know how Twitch is, you know, like it doesn't like show you that like you're like a red sign at all per se. So like, yeah, I find it to be funny, kind of funny, just because, you know, I feel like TikTok might have something against Google per se, but yeah, it's funny, like if you click on a YouTube link, you know, it gives you the red exclamation mark. Well, that is if you link your YouTube page to a TikTok page, which I do, you know, but for everything else, you know, it's like perfectly normal for them. But like, yeah. When is Saber coming out? I'm not quite sure. I feel like she will be coming out soon, I believe. Maybe after Cypher. So like, you know, right now we have Hyacin, right, and Herta for our banners today. In like the second half, you know, it will be yeah, it will be Cypher as well as Aglia, I believe, right, the Greek goddess. So like, I'm gonna be assuming that Saber and like the other Fates collab character, maybe Finon. I'm not quite sure if Finon will be also included, you know, within the banners afterwards, you know, with Saber and the Fates collab. But yeah, I'm gonna be guessing that Saber Fates collab character will be coming after Cypher, since you know, their initial character review have already been like released and whatnot from Holyverse. So like, yeah. Who's Saber? She's like one of the 2 new Fates collab characters. So like, if you haven't heard already or haven't known already, I guess, you know, Holyverse decided to do like a collaboration, I guess, you know, or a contract, you know, with Fates. I don't know too much about Fates though, because I never played the game before and I still don't know exactly what the full title of the the full title of the game is supposed to be called. But yeah, Saber and like another guy, you know, are supposed to be included within the banners upcoming soon. Like, yeah, the other guy's supposed to be free though, I think, you know. So like, yeah, so you don't have to like spend your wishes, you know, for the other person besides Saber, that is. But like, yeah, Saber should be coming up soon. Like, I'm assuming after Cypher, because like apparently her gameplay has like already been leaked and whatnot. So like, yeah, at least, you know, I'm seeing so far. She'll be in a 3.4 with Finon just after yeah, I feel like she might be, you know, right after Cypher, since her gameplay has already been like leaked or revealed, I guess, you know. And like, you know, her overall splash out has also been revealed as well. Like, yeah, I'm not quite sure if she'll like come alongside with Finon, you know, because I can't remember if Finon, you know, got revealed like during the same day as Saber, you know, and the other Fates collab character. But it is a possibility though, because, you know, Finon also got revealed too, you know, around the same time that Saber and the other Fates collab character got revealed too, you know, like, yeah. But yeah, the other person will be free. Yeah, Christmas character. But like, Saber, I don't believe will be free, but should be coming up soon, because there have already been like leaks of a gameplay, apparently, I believe, right? So like, yeah. But nonetheless, I guess we can do this event over here. I don't believe the prerequisite missions like really matter that much, right? Like, yeah, because this doesn't seem to be that much of a story in-depth event. So like, I guess we can just go for the early unlock so far, because you guys have been saying that it's like a kind of a quick event, right? And yeah, at least looking from the rewards over here, it doesn't seem to be as much of like a trailblazing story driven kind of event. Like it's more of like a side event, I'm guessing, right? So like, yeah, I don't think, you know, early access would affect too much within the overall story that we have right now, right? Like, yeah. They said that she will be in a different banner, and that banner will not have the same pity as the usual. Yeah, I think the Fates collab character will be definitely it should be separate from the seasonal characters banner over here. You know, like yeah, with Hyacinth over here, because you know it's like an entire different category when it comes to like, you know, games and whatnot. I guess you could say, like, yeah, like the Saber and the other person are like you know, Fate characters in which it's a separate game, and like, I mean, technically they will be in Star, you know, but they're not like originally from Star, I think, right? Like, yeah. Thank you for the likes, Taka. Hopefully you're having a great day so far, but nonetheless, thanks again for the likes, by the way. But like, yeah. Yeah, just like the, Inazuma Chronicle Wish banner, you know? Like how it's separate from the, Genshin banners of like the character and the one banner. I feel like the, you know, the Fates collab would be like something similar to that, of like having its own pity system, you know? Like, yeah, this icon looks kind of cute, not gonna lie. I don't know what this is though, like the Fateful Crossings. A beautiful envelope containing a customized ticket? Oh wait, this is like for the free 4-star. Okay. I was about to say, it looks strange. Well, it looks peculiar to say the very least, but no, it's just there, you know, to claim your free 4-star over here. But like, yeah, let's just get started with the event over here and then see how things go. Ooh, we're like right in the middle of the
If not,
baseball raccoons over here. But like, yeah. like this guy is especially a big one, to say the very least, out of all the other raccoons over here. But like, yeah. I have my headset off, but like, yeah, let me turn it back on. No, I haven't finished the story. Does this event provide any spoilers at all? No. I mean, besides the environment that we're in right now, I'm assuming it doesn't provide any spoilers, right? But yeah, I haven't really done much in Penacony at all so far. Like, the last thing I remember doing in Penacony was, meeting Adventuring for the first time and, like, warping to the city, you know, in which Misha, like, helps you out of, like, entering the, city world, I guess, of, Penacony over here. But, like, yeah. Please allow me to introduce myself first. My humble name is, Giovanni the, Geo.Epsilon, and I'm a tiny private trader from Epsilon. Okay, I heard of this name before, but like I don't know exactly, you know, what it is yet, I guess, since I haven't done Penacony. But when I first see Giovanni, I thought of him as Giovanni as in like, you know, the Pokemon Team Rocket boss. But like, yeah. It's a good event. I heard it's short though, you know, for the baseball event over here, but nonetheless, I guess we can see how it goes over here. But yeah, if you've been saying that it's a good event, then like I'm looking forward to still doing it over here nonetheless, you know. Like, yeah, since good impressions is it's a good sign. If you don't mind, can I take up a few minutes of your time? Allow me to introduce the game project I sponsor in Penacony, Legend of the Galactic Baseballer. Ooh, what is that supposed to be? But like, Legend of the Galactic Baseballer? Exactly, the game's protagonist was a teeny hero who set off from their hometown to find a legendary bat and... Oh, I'm assuming the teeny hero is like the raccoon over here. You know, like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But like, you know, like, yeah, set off on his own journey, you know, from his raccoon hometown to find the legendary baseball bat and conquer the stars around the Penacony express. But like, yeah. It kind of reminds me of the Trailblazer, honestly. Like, yeah. It kind of reminds me of the Trailblazer, you know, in terms of like how he or she, you know, like, sets off to the stars, you know, with his baseball bat to conquer monsters and bad guys per region and whatnot. Like, yeah. It's just to show you one of the villain in Ampharos, but okay. I didn't realize he's a. Okay, okay, don't say that. Okay, I'm just gonna play through this, but yeah, I really don't know any of these things at all yet. So like, yeah, I'm probably just gonna skip most of this dialogue actually, just because I don't know who he is per se. But he kind of reminds me of Giovanni, you know, like when it comes to like Team Rocket, I guess, or just from his name, I suppose. But like, still, yeah, I'm probably gonna skip most of this just because I don't think it's like too important, you know. But at the same time, I also like don't exactly want to intrude like Pinnacle name when we start again, you know. Like yeah, like when we continue from the very beginning. Yeah, I feel like it is kind of based on the Trailblazer, you know, with the raccoon kind of like symbolizing him. So like, that's what I'm getting an impression of, you know. But I wasn't, you know, too sure and whatnot, because like the raccoon, I haven't like really seen him before, you know. Like yeah. Okay, that's all I wanted to know over here. But happy gaming. Okay, like yeah. Like once he mentioned the baseball, you know, and like once he mentioned that like how he like travels, or like how he conquers demons slash you know, fights off against the world, you know, it like kind of reminds me of the Trailblazer now, you know. So like yeah, the Galactic baseballer that we have of the legend of the Galactic Demon King over here. Yeah, he looks pretty cute though, not gonna lie. I like this big one over here, to say the very least. Like yeah, very expressive when it comes to his overall looks and appearance and whatnot, you know. But this one looks really cute too, you know. Like yeah, like this guy just chilling in the corner over here, you know, right next to the other guy with the baseball bat. But like yeah. Hello Cap, welcome back to the stream. How's your weekend been? Hopefully you had a great Sunday, I believe, right? It's for you today, but nonetheless, how are you doing today? Kiru. But like yeah, okay, yeah, I mean, this is my first time seeing Giovanni. I'm not gonna read the rest of what you said just now, Lunim, but he kind of sort of reminds me of Giovanni from Team Rocket-ish, I guess. But I mean, I don't think he's like evil, you know, compared to Giovanni in Team Rocket, I guess. But like his name, you know, kind of like, you know, screamed Team Rocket for me. So like yeah. Oh, the music is quite catchy over here, not gonna lie too, you know. But like yeah, hey, I'm the baseballer roaming the galaxy. Are you ready to embark on an adventure? A shooting star has sent word that the Black Cloak Demon King that rules the cosmos is in control of an ultimate bat that everyone dreams of having. To find this bat, I decided to leave my home and travel to countless planets, embarking on a prolonged journey to find it. Oh, okay. So it's a bit of a treasure hunt journey that we have for the Trailblazer raccoon over here. Like, yeah. The music kind of reminds me a little bit of like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you know, in which you go to the amusement park. I forgot what it was called since it's been a while, but like the music is kind of reminds me of that per se. But like, yeah. Hello Navia, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. How's your weekend been today? Hopefully you're having a great Sunday so far, Navia, or great start to your Sunday. That is. But you're almost there to the Navia X, I believe, right? Like, yeah. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Arataka. Greatly appreciate the follow. But yeah, nonetheless, thanks again for the follow. I have not played Ethereum Wars before. No, I don't think I know what that is. But yeah, what type of game is Ethereum Wars supposed to be? I guess like yeah, cause I have not heard of that before. But like yeah, do you know what type of game is that supposed to be? I guess like yeah. No, it's Sunday for me, Lunam. Yeah, technically it's Sunday now. Like, you know, past midnight over here. But I know for Cap, you know, and like I know for like Skibidi Navia, you know, it's like more Sunday for them, you know. That's because like they're like in EU and like Asia time zone. Well, I don't know what time zone you in, Lunum, but well, like yeah, I'm in NA time zone, so like it still feels like, you know, Saturday night to me, you know, just because, you know, it's like, you know, only past like a bit midnight and whatnot. So like yeah, but yeah, technically it is Sunday over here. It's just that it still feels like Saturday night because, you know, because like we still have most of the day to go through, you know. But like yeah, compared to like Cap and Navia, you know, in which I think Cap, you know, might be in the afternoon right now, and like Navia is like early morning per se, like during this time. What's worse, to prevent his evil reign from being shaken, the cunning Demon King shattered the bat and entrusted its pieces to its... Oh, okay, so like, wait, was the, main character evil before? No, I don't think he was. I think this guy, like, someone, like, stole his bat, you know, and, you know, rained terror across Panoply / the city, but, like, yeah. Oh, I don't know if I've done it or not, because like I have a lot to do, you know, when it comes to past events as well. The last event I remember finishing, you know, was the Honkai Star World event, you know, like the one with Pom Pom, you know, in which you managed like a city, I guess, you know, per se with the other characters. But like, I'm not quite sure if I've done Ethereum Wars or not, you know, just because, you know, my past log event is like a huge list over here. So like, yeah, I can like show you. But, oh, okay, I wonder what we're doing over here, but like, yeah. Oh, we're gonna use Cypher over here as well, okay, interesting. But like, I didn't really realize we're gonna use Cypher, during this event over here, since I thought, you know, we don't get to use her at all yet until, you know, her banner comes around and whatnot, like, yeah. It's a permanent event and start with oh, okay, so that's what Ethereum was what our Taka mentioned earlier. Like, yeah, I don't know if I've done it yet, just because, you know, my past travel log, you know, it's like a huge bunch of lists. Like my oldest event, you know, that I've yet to do still, you know, is the one with Sushan. So like, I most likely have not done Ethereum Wars yet, guys, just because, you know, the event with Sushan I haven't started yet, but I can like show you guys, I guess, on my past log, but I'm not too sure it like really rings a bell for me, you know, like, oh yeah. Oh nice, so you as well, by the way. Wait, are you and Navia like the same time zone, I'm guessing? Cause like, yeah, you guys both said that it's like 9 AM for you guys, but like, yeah, it's like almost 2 AM for me, so, so like, you know, it's like, it still feels like Saturday night to me, I guess, you know, so like, yeah. I did the one with Horror, you know, the one with Horror, you know, in which she had to like fight her fears and like fight against the evil eyeball, I guess, you know, and explore the ghost town, you know. But the Ethereum Wars, I'm not quite sure if I've done it yet, or Taka or Lunum. Like, I can like show you guys, so, well, like, I'm pretty certain that I have not done it yet. Like, yeah. No time to lose, so I already prepared a team for you this time. Okay, I didn't realize this was like a fighting type of event. I thought this was like a mini game event, you know, just because the expression of the start event, you know, kind of felt like it was like a mini game of like a baseball mini game, I guess. you know, so like, yeah, but defeat endless enemies to gain experience and raise the baseballers team level. But like, yeah, I didn't realize that this event over here is like a fighting domain event, plus we get to do Cypher over here as well, you know? Like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if
Time is money, you know. Wait any longer and you'll owe me interest.
Yeah, I don't know if I've done that event at all yet, but I can like show you guys after this battle over here, nonetheless. But like, should go for the blast first, I guess, with Cypher supposedly. For now, but yeah, she kind of has like a nice voice, I guess, nonetheless over here per se. But yeah, I guess we can go for the blast to see what she does.
I'll go easy this time.
Ooh, okay, bit of a AoE that time, I suppose. It's not like a huge AoE though, compared to like, you know, Hercha slash, I guess casters and whatnot, but it does like take out like, you know, 3 enemies over here. To say the very least, but like, yeah. But I'm kind of yeah, I'm like really surprised that they allow you to play like Cypher like early, you know, because her banner's not even out yet, you know, like, yeah, but for this event, you know,
Who's next?
yeah, she's like the first character that's like part of the team over here, you know, like, we have like 1 skill point over here, so like I don't know if I want to go for the blast yet. And like Link Shot's coming out afterwards, but Link Shot's like not really, you know, gonna do much, at least for the time being. So I think we can still go for the blast. Oh, well, like, yeah. How is France, by the way, Lunim? I've been to France like maybe once before, like once or twice before, like for family vacation, you know. But yeah, how's life in France for you? Per se, but like, yeah. I really like Paris, I guess, you know, when I went to Europe, you know, way back then when I was like in high school, I believe. I think that's where when we went to Paris, Spain, France. We didn't went to Germany. Like, yeah, we didn't go to Germany, but we went to Rome and like other places too. But yeah, how was France for you though? Like, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure we've been there before during our family vacation. This is the progress of how many enemies you have defeated in this wave. Okay, so this is a progress bar. Like, And, yeah, that was the, follow-up attack for Cypher over here. But, like, yeah. Let me see. I think it's because they want to, like, sell her. It's like, oh, okay. I guess that kind of makes sense then. Like, yeah, they want to like give people more of a sneaker peek, I guess, you know, to like express her more when it comes to like her upcoming banner during the second half of this update and whatnot. So like, yeah, I guess technically they have showed her already, you know, during the live stream, but usually when it comes to new characters, right, they don't like actually allow like one to play them until like, you know, the day they come out and whatnot, you know? Like, yeah, I think Cypher might be the first character, you know, in which you're able to, like, play her, you know? Before her banner is even out, per se. But, like, yeah.
Rules are made to be broken.
But, like, yeah, I'm quite surprised that, she's, like, the first party member of our, initial team over here, to say the very least. Like, since, I really wasn't expecting to, like, play as Cypher at all, you know, until like her banner actually comes out, that is. Like, by the way, Callus's voice line is still better, by the way. But like, yeah, then still, as you know, I think I maybe hinted before, you know, but like, I hope I still hope that his voice line still stays, you know, but I'm not too sure at its current state right now, right? Like, yeah, but still, the ultimate voice line is still really good for him, per se. Like, yeah. Okay, so we're like a little past level. Oh, okay. These are the weapons you encounter along your journey. Every upgrade will give you a choice. Weapons possess different types that can inflict type damage or reduce enemy toughness. This warning Solentic Shakram will attack after the team unleashes a skill. Okay, so like a follow-up attack, right? So I guess we'll stick with that one for now. Or like, yeah, within battle, you can also add additional buffs along the way over here, per se. But like, okay. Like, yeah, how's life in France, for you? Like, yeah, since, you live in France, right?
Tired already? Do you require invigoration?
I went to Paris, once in my life, so I don't know how it is there. I live in an... Oh, Wait, how is it compared to like the center of France, I guess, or like the city of France? Because I think I only went to like the city of France, like yeah, like the main attraction per se. But I'm assuming Marseille is like much more of a common place, right, than France, or like how it's like busy per se, you know, like yeah. But I mean, I enjoyed my time in France, I guess. We've only been there for like a day or two, you know, before moving on to like, you know, the other European regions and whatnot. But still though. It was fun though. Like when when me and my family visited there for our family vacation back then, you know, like yeah. I still like Paris the most though out of all the EU places that we've been to before. But oh, we also went to Switzerland too. You know, like we went to Switzerland. You know, like perhaps like the last day before, you know, taking our flight back, you know, to the US. But I mean, we've only been there for like a day, you know, like for the nighttime or like during the evening / late afternoon. So like, we haven't been to like Switzerland, you know, like for that long, since it's only been like for like maybe less than a day or like around a day of Switzerland. Like, yeah. Excuse me. The chocolate's really good there, by the way. Oh, like, yeah. I'm pretty sure it is, right? Yeah, the Switzerland chocolate, but I haven't like really, you know, explored too much of Switzerland beyond that point, since it's like only for like a day, I believe. Like, yeah. Okay, so I guess throughout the challenge, you know, you can upgrade your perks and abilities. But like, that's actually kind of cool that they have like a perk system, you know, alongside with the event over here, the City of Airless, you know. Like, I thought it'd just be like a regular, you know, battle kind of event, you know, how we had like before with the Herta space station back then, you know, like yeah. Okay, Cypher is next, and then after that is Sparkle. Well, like we have like 4 skill points over here, and Sparkle ult is almost ready, so like we can still go for the attack for now. So oh, there seems to be new equipment available. The blue grid has accessories and oh, okay. Accessories can provide bonuses for weapons or your team. Okay, so yeah, instead of the other thing we chose earlier, like the weapon that kind of like does follow-up attack, right? The accessories is more towards like a buff for your team. But like, okay.
Get it together. You want to take advantage?
Oh, okay, I see. But it's really nice to have the beach close to my house, and oh yeah, it's not exactly France, but it's more towards the south of France. Right, I forgot. Like, yeah, still, like, yeah, close to France, but not exactly France. That's nice though, nonetheless, even despite it being a bit dirty, you know. Like, yeah. Oh, really? Well, if you live like close to a beach, then most likely it will be hot, like how LA is, you know, and like, well, actually, I don't know Florida, if Florida is like that hot or whatnot, but I'm pretty sure Florida is still humid, right? You know, when it comes to Florida, just like general speaking and whatnot, you know. But I mean, if you like live close to a beach, you it most likely you know, it's supposed to be hot and whatnot. Like, yeah. Do you like it there or no? Or would you like want to move like in the future? Like from what you think so far, that is. Like, let's go for the single target attack to see what Cypher, you know, does for the single target compared to the blast over here. But yeah, there's like a coin symbol above this enemy, so I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'm assuming that's like Cypher's best target, you know, to attack against. So I guess we can just go for the single this time.
I'll go easy this time.
And like try our ult as well over here. Or like, yeah.
With enough believers, lies become reality. Yes.
Okay, that was pretty cool. But like, wait, is she a hunt character or a erudition, or like, what kind of character is she? Cause like after trying her out just now, she feels like a hunt character, you know, of like mainly targeting like 1 or 2 enemies over here and whatnot. Like, yeah, for Cypher that is. like, I don't know, like she kind of feels like a hunt character rather than like what she actually is, but I'm not quite sure.
You find the answer.
Basically Marcel is like the floor there. Oh, okay, so like it probably isn't like as hot, you know, compared to LA, but like it definitely isn't like cold at all, you know, compared to like Midwest or like Alaska, I guess you could say. Like yeah, like obviously Alaska is the opposite, I'm pretty sure, of LA slash Florida, you know, like Cali slash Florida, but yeah, at least it's like not as hot, you know, as I thought it'd be, because you know, Florida, generally speaking, I don't believe is like as heaty, you know, compared to you know, California, that is. Like yeah. Oh, for some reason I thought she was like a hunt for some case, like a cipher, that is, you know, like yeah, because like when we used the alt form, you know, and we would use like a single attack, I guess, you know, well, single target is the name of it, you know. She kind of reminded me of like a hunt character instead of like, you know, the characters that we had recently, you know, of like been AoE, you know, like erudition and whatnot, like Hercha. So like yeah. When was the last time we had like a Nihility character? I feel like it's been a while since we had Nihility in quite some time, but like yeah, it's kind of nice that Cypher is Nihility over here, since it's been, you know, quite a long time since we last had our previous Nihility character, you know, like yeah. Continue leveling up to warning Selenic chakram. Okay, so I guess we can still level up the one that we currently have right now, per se. At least that's what the raccoon is saying over here. But like yeah, I feel like the last Nihility character we might have got was actually Acheron. Like, at least that's a character that comes to my mind, you know, when it comes to the most recent Nihility character, you know. But
Tired already?
yeah, I didn't realize that you know, Cypher's Nihility rail, since she kind of felt like a hunt rail when we used her ultimate just now. Like yeah. I don't know if I want to go for the AoE just because, you know, we don't really feel like we need to. Plus, Lean Shot does have an ult soon. But like, and we have like 6 skill points over here, so like, you know, I think we're like still safe too, nonetheless, just because we're like almost max skill points. Oh, okay, but this time we don't see the same buff this time, the one in Selenic chakram. Oh, in this case, we should choose a new weapon instead, since we cannot upgrade the previous weapon. But okay, I guess we can still stick with this for now. I think I will move close to the oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think over there should be fine still. At least not as bad compared to LA, you know, when it comes to like heatiness, you know, or like hotness, you know. But like, yeah, Switzerland is nice though, not gonna lie. At least the day I went there before, you know. And like, yeah, if you prefer like cold weather, you know, or like more chilly weather over hot weather, then like, yeah, Switzerland is like not a bad choice at all, I like to say. Like, yeah, at least from when I visited there before. Plus, you know, if you say you also like mountains too, you know, then like, yeah, Switzerland's definitely more fitted for you than like, oh yeah.
The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world.
Yeah, I think I do remember now that Switzerland is a little bit more colder than the other European areas that I've been there before, but it's nice though. Nonetheless, like, it's calm, relaxing, and has like nice vibes to say the very least, right? Like yeah. Oh, okay, so I guess we choose the attack buff again for the weapon, you know, like yeah. Yeah, it kind of sucks over here, not gonna lie. Well, luckily I'm not in a big city, you know, like New York slash LA, you know, slash, you know, like, I don't know, like the bigger cities, but it kind of sucks over here. Like, part of me, I guess if I were to move, you know, it would be in Canada, you know, but I mean, at the same time, you know, I don't know exactly if I really want to make that huge step and whatnot. But like, yeah, I am American. Like, yeah, I is in America right now. But I mean, I'm not like in LA, you know, or like New York or like Chicago per se. So like, I'm a bit safer, I guess, you know. But I wouldn't say that at all. I still want to say that, you know. Like, yeah. But like, still. Oh crap! What are these enemies supposed to be? But like, they kind of remind me of the earlier enemies, right? The quantum earlier enemies, you know, from the Herta space station. But you know, they look a lot more evil and like spiky. To say the very least. But like, yeah, it's the first time seeing these enemies appear. But like, yeah, they look to be like a more buffed version, you know, of the Herta space station, you know, enemies that we saw initially. You know, like, yeah. I was born in here, but I do not take well the heats. That's okay. I was born in the States as well. But I do prefer cold weather more overall than hot weather. Like, if I can choose between one or the other, you know. So like, yeah. Like hot weather, you know, it's like compensate way more in my opinion compared to cold weather. Like cold weather, you just have to like wear a coat and then you're like feeling warm again. So like, yeah, there's a lot more to recover, I guess you could say, when it comes to hot weather over cold weather. But I still don't know exactly, you know, if I would still want to make the move to Canada, you know, just because, you know, I've lived in America for like a huge chunk of my life and whatnot. So like, yeah. Continue to level the wanting chakram. What will happen once we max it out? Oh, like the weapon over here to level 5. Okay. Yeah, Canada would be cool, I suppose, but I just don't know exactly still if I want to make the step or not. Well, like, and plus, you know, it's a huge step too, you know. Obviously, I'm moving to like another country and having to get like a visa and stuff like that, you know. But like, if I were to, you know, then like it'd probably be there. Like, yeah, I feel like Canada has like the least amount of issues out of any country per se. But at the same time, like, I also like don't know either. I don't really know, you know. Like, yeah, because I don't really follow too much per se. Oh, okay. Do you get like a new accessory over here? Like after maxing out the quantum piece earlier, right? But like, yeah. Okay, so this little potion will trigger a resonance effect with the wanting Selenic chakram and greatly increase the weapon's damage. After triggering a resonance effect, there's a chance that weapons can be sent to. Oh, okay, so this is kind of like a secondary weapon, right? But it can also further enhance the current one that we have right now, right? Like, yeah. No, it's not bad. I mean, you know, I wouldn't say it's like that bad around here, you know, like around like the Midwest over here, you know, like, yeah, but I mean, I know that in like Cali / Chicago or like, you know, the much bigger cities, it's like a way different vibe, you know. So like, yeah, I'm still fine with living here to say the very least, but you know, if I were to move, then I guess it would be Canada. But at the same time, you know, that's a huge step, you know, like, yeah, that's a huge gap. Once you get a level 8 weapon and its corresponding accessory, you can have the chance of ascending them to. Oh, okay. Yeah, once you get the pieces together for the legendary weapon, which I believe is this thing, right? Like, yeah. Okay, but let's just continue on with enhancing this, I guess, to like perhaps unlock the legendary weapon later on. But like, you made me think again that Canada was my dream country, but I'm scared, you know, if I move close to Switzerland, it's okay, but I remain in France. But Canada, man, that whole different country. Yeah, it's a huge step. So like, compared to like just moving from state to state, you know, like it's still within the country, you know, like there's like a lot of do when it comes to like actually like fully moving to like an entirely new country and whatnot. But I mean, I know it's possible, you know, because I know one like someone like from last year, I guess, you know, was initially from New York, and like he like moved to Japan, you know, like fully moved to Japan, like, and like lives there still. But like yeah, it's a lot of steps, I think, but yeah, it is kind of scary too, you know, just because you don't know like exactly how much different it is until you know you like live there for a certain period of time. Like yeah, so yeah, it's a big decision to make nonetheless, but that is where I go, I guess, if I were to move, you know. But I'm okay, you know, still in America still, I guess. But like, yeah, but it is kind of scary, I guess you could say, just because you're moving. It kind of feels like you're moving into like an entirely new world, you know. But still, like, it's possible. Like, yeah, one thing, okay, it's the gold one that we still need to enhance, you know. And then I'm assuming, you know, we can enhance this one too. To like get the ultimate weapon really soon over here, you know, like yeah. But yeah, it's a really big decision to make, obviously, and like nothing to like, you know, take really fast upon, at least I think. Like yeah, like I don't really have any plans at the moment, you know, so like I'm not really thinking of that per se, like today. So like yeah. Oh, this is a new weapon though. Wait, no, we already have this one actually, I think, right? But we're still missing 2 accessories over here, I guess, you know. I guess I kind of want to like level these 2 up, you know, just so we can get the ultimate weapon that the beaver was trying to like hint towards us. But at the same time, I kind of want to keep a balance, you know, between the other weapons over here too. So maybe we can like enhance the shield for this time, so the other one does not get left out, you know, like yeah. Oh, we got a chest over here too. Okay. Oh, it's like for another weapon, but yeah, we just enhanced our chakram for like a little bit more this time, but like, all right. Oh, what is that supposed to be? But like yeah, it's a Iskai thing. That'll be fun, but or like yeah, what does that mean? Like yeah, because I don't think I've heard of that word before, but yeah, it's a big step. It's a little bit scary, I can see as well, because it's like a huge step forward, you know, like a huge life-changing thing, you know. But I'm not quite sure what the word is supposed to mean though. Like yeah, like it's Kai. Oh, this is a cloak though. It's like something new over here. But like they got rid of our weapons, you know, that we initially had earlier, you know, with the hammer over here. So I kind of want to get the hammer back, you know, at least for now, and then maybe level everything else later on over here, I guess. But like yeah.
Are made to be broken.
Have you ever thought about moving at all, or no? Or like at least out of country, like from EU, or not really? Like yeah. Let's go for the blast, I guess, for the middle guy. But we're like fighting off against different enemies this time, so like yeah, different elementals over here too, you know. Oh, okay, that's probably why I don't know about it. Like, yeah, because like I never watched anime before. Well, besides Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, if you count that as anime, that is. So like, that's yeah, okay. So yeah, that's probably why I don't know the term per se, but it's, I guess you could say that. Like, oh yeah, because you know, each country, like, you know, is quite different from one or the other. You know, like when it comes to like, I guess sort of like way of life and whatnot. So like, yeah. I don't know if I would say like it's like, you know, entirely like teleported to like another dimension though, you know, but I mean that's a solid way of like looking at it though, not gonna lie. Just because especially if you're like moving from Europe, you know, I guess, you know, to like NA, or like vice versa, you know, like New York is like way different from Japan. Like, you know, that's a good way to look at it overall. It's like a whole different dimension, you know. So like yeah. Oh, we can like probably get the combo actually for the second hammer weapon over here. And then I guess we can like, you know, try to level up the top one too once we get the ultimate weapon passed over here. Well, like yeah. There's a lot of interruption, not gonna lie, when it comes to this type of event over here, but I mean, I don't really mind, I guess, you know, because it's part of the overall game, I suppose. But yeah, I just realized there's quite a bit of interruption when it comes to just the battling mechanic over here per se. But like, still. Okay, let's like level up, I guess, the hammer, because I feel like the hammer is overall the weakest combo out of all the 3 weapons that we have right now. But like, yeah, I didn't realize that like every move or like every battle stage, you know, I guess you could say, has like some kind of like interruption over here per se. Well, like, yeah.
Who's next?
Different faces, mentality, a new way of life, especially for a French like me. I admit it. We are really, yeah, same as, yeah, like overall just like different perspectives, you know, like it's spread across the world, I guess, and whatnot. Like, yeah, I know for like the US even too, you know, like there's like different perspective, you know, when you come to like living in like a bigger city, you know, compared to like a smaller city, you know, like people generally treat more respect, you know, for a smaller city or a bigger city, that is. Like, yeah, overall, like, you're right that you know, each country has like own like unique perspective, I guess you could say, at the end of the day. But like, yeah. We have Cypher ult soon again, right? At least 1% away from Cypher ult over here, I guess. But oh, and now we got the legendary ultimate weapon over here just now. But like, yeah. Ascension successful. Come forth, cryo real chakra. So it's a mix between quantum and ice, I believe, right? At least from the looks of it. From the rest of the world, so if we move in another kind, yeah, that is true. Like, yeah, it's kind of like a dimensional thing, like you mentioned earlier, you know, in terms of like the anime, you know, that you said earlier, right? Is Saki, I guess. But like, I don't know if it's like that drastic of like a change when it comes to moving from one country to the other, you know. But still, though, it is quite different, you know. Like, for instance, moving from New York to like Japan and whatnot, and like vice versa. So like, yeah. Wait, it says insufficient skill points, but the raccoon still wants us to use it, I guess. But we have to go for the single target though this time. Like, yeah. Yes, I agree, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's part of the overall, I guess, event. So like, but it does get kind of the way sometimes, not gonna lie. I feel like, you know,
Wait any longer and you'll owe me interest.
they could have like put it within like every few moves, I guess, you know, rather than like every move, like every trespassing move over here. But like, still, I guess it is part of the event after all. It's just that it does kind of interrupt a bit of the overall battle scenario, I suppose you could say. Like this venue over here. Okay, we got the cryo reel maxed out, right? So we can, I kind of want to like level this up though, you know, so that way we can buff the cryo reel we have over here. But we can try to like level up. No, let's get the cloak actually, because it's new, you know. Like, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Our cute play session is over.
But like, yeah.
With enough believers, lies become reality.
Wait,
that hurt?
does Cypher does damage over time at all? No. I don't think she does, but she kind of does like quote unquote damage over time, you know, when it comes to like her follow-up attacks though, I guess you could say. Like, yeah.
Let's play hide and seek.
You know, for both her ult and like her corresponding ult, you know, like towards the end.
You find the answer.
But like, I don't think it's like damage over time, you know, like how Kafka is though, you know, like, yeah. It's more like maybe towards Acheron, I guess. Like in terms of like nihility thing. I think it's like when you kill a wave of enemy. Oh, okay, so like that's maybe like do additional damage once you clear a wave of enemies over here. Like yeah, for Cypher that is. I don't know. Like I don't know if I'll go for Cypher as well, just because I don't have like any Stellar Jades much left. Well, actually the rewards are good, decently good, right? When it comes to the first half of this update, I guess, right? But if she's good with her, I might go for her. But like I don't know. Like yeah, I still need to think about it. But like she's kind of fun to play though. Not gonna lie. And like also one of the featured characters, I guess you could say, like one of the main big characters when it comes to like this update over here, you know, like yeah, High Sen, Cypher, Trailblazer, and the others. For like yeah, the march against the evil dragon of the Trailblazing Crest. But like yeah, I don't know. Still though, just depends on like when she comes out, I suppose. Like yeah. I still think I want to like pull Saber more rather than Cypher overall, you know, but still though, nonetheless, I do want Cypher still. It's just that I don't know how, you know, I don't know how much, like, if we can still go for her, because like, how broke we are. So like, yeah. Okay, I really want to level up this potion though, you know, but I mean, I guess we can like level up the shackles instead to like correspond with the hammer over here. Let's for now. Like, I still really want to level up the potion just because we're the ultimate weapon, you know? Like, yeah. Do you have characters from Ampharos? I do. Yeah, I do, except that they're not built, I don't think. So like, yeah. Like, I have Aglia, you know, I mean, does Herter count? Not Herter kind of counts, I guess you could say, because she came out during the Ampharos year, I suppose, like the beginning of Ampharos, but technically she's Herter Space Station. Yeah, Aglia is the character that comes to my mind when it comes to Ampharos region characters, you know. I'm pretty sure I have like others as well. It's just that I can't think off the top of my head right now. Like, yeah, but yeah, I have Aglia as an example, but I don't have it built at all. Though that's the thing. Like, yeah. Ooh, let's go for the blast this time. Actually, just because we can break the shield over here. Like, yeah. I think she's good for Faye. Oh yeah, I heard. Oh okay. Yeah, someone mentioned before, you know, that she might be good with Acheron. Like, how there might be a debate, you know, on like who's better with Acheron, whether it be Zhao Chu, I guess, you know, or Cypher over here. But the thing is that I don't use Acheron, so like, you know, I don't know how much of a use, you know, I can use with her, just because I don't really have Acheron built, no, don't really use it per se. Like, yeah. If she's like good with Herter, I might go for her, you know, but if she's like more meant for Acheron, then I'm not too sure, you know, like, yeah, because I mean, I have Acheron, it's just that I don't have a build. So like, nor do I really use her much at all, because, you know, I have the Herter now, but like, still. Oh, okay. So, I guess we should use the ultimate weapon, really soon over here, per se, but like, okay. Like, yeah, just now. Well, yeah, I know that someone mentioned before, you know, that there might be a debate in terms of like who would be better with Acheron, like Jiaochu or Cypher. But like, for me, it doesn't really matter that much, just because I don't like really use Acheron exactly per se. Like, yeah, I think for those that do use Acheron though, and like does not have Jiaochu yet, then like Cypher might be like a really good pull for them. You know, like much more of a better pull for them than compared to me. But yeah, for me personally, I'm not too sure yet. But she is kind of fun to play, not gonna lie. Like, yeah, especially with the follow-up attacks here. Okay, let's go for single target actually, because none of these enemies are like really weak to fire except for this bird. So like, yeah, let's like save our skill points when we like need them more, you know.
You want to take advantage?
Yeah, for my main team, I use the Hercher, Jade, Sparkle, I guess, and Byler. And like my second team, you know, I use Lynx, Peeler, Casterus, and Bronner. Sooner or later though, I'm probably gonna replace Lynx, you know, with Ison, you know, since we got her now, and like Ison is supposed to be like the best healer now, you know, for Casterus that is. But like, yeah, those are my two teams for now, that is, like when we do like MOC, Pure Fiction, and everything like that. Like, yeah. Yeah, if Cypher is good with Hercher, I might go for her, I suppose. But I'm okay with using Jade still, nonetheless, I suppose. Like, you know, but if she's like more meant for Acheron, you know, instead of Hercher, then I'm not too sure then, you know, like, yeah. No, I don't have a Nexa nor Tribi. I know that people have been saying that Tribi, you know, is like really good with the Hercher, like when her first banner came out. But like, I didn't really like her design. Like when her initial splash out came out, you know, like for me it was like a skip. So like, yeah, when I first saw her design, I mean, she's kind of cute, I guess, you know, when it comes to like, gameplay per se. But nah, at the end of the day, you know, like I still end up skipping her and like saving for like other characters later on and whatnot. So like, yeah, I know Nexa is like all supposed to be really good with her too, you know, but like I'm okay with Jade's, you know, like I didn't feel like a need, you know, to pull for Tribi or Nexa, probably because like back then, you know, I was like already having like Bronner and like Jade to like fill those roles for me, you know, like yeah. I have Robin, but I don't have a build at all. So like I have Run May too. I have E2 Run May, and like, you know, I don't have a build neither. So like, yeah. Well, actually, Run May, I have a little bit, I guess, you know, because the traces are maxed out, but her relics are empty, and like the light comes like level 1. So you know, yeah, I have Robin and Run May. It's just that I don't really have them built at all yet. Hence why I still use my Bronner for now, per se. But like, yeah. That was it of the trial event, I'm guessing, right? But like, that was pretty fun to use Jade for the first time over here. Nonetheless, you know, like, yeah. And I'm assuming this is like, yeah, reputation / stellar Jade rewards over here for like leveling up your I guess baseball rank for the battles over here. Well, like, yeah. Yeah. When she was announced, it was the same. I do not want a small character, but she's so good. Yeah. Like, even though she's like really good with you know, the Hercher and like next best Harmony character, you know, to use with Hercher team, I just didn't really like her character design too much, or like her character like as a whole per se when she came out. Like, yeah, just my personal preference. Defeat as many enemies as possible to raise your team's level within the allocated cycles. After your team level goes up, you'll be able to choose one of the randomly drawn. Oh, okay. So like once we increase our bar graph, you know, we get to like also choose a weapon, you know, for free later on over here. But like, yeah, it's kind of like a rehash, I guess, in terms of like the tutorial that the raccoon was, you know, guiding us for the first battle that we just did, right? Like, oh yeah. Oh, okay, but okay, so like this event also has its like own stages, you know. I thought it'd be like random enemies when it comes to like doing the challenge over here, I guess you could say, because like at first, you know, it felt like really random and not like we don't really know what enemies we're gonna fight off against. But yeah, they still have the overall stage counter and the yeah, Blessing of the Moon, as well as like the lineup over here. But like, okay. I had her since her first banner, by the way, like Robin, you know, the superstar Robin of Penokuni over here. But like, yeah, a lot of these Penokuni characters, like, you know, are like really hard to build, you know, or take a lot to build, just because I haven't done, you know, the trailblazing quests yet for Penokuni, that is. So like, yeah. I'm both, actually. I mean, I played both Genshin and Star Rail. You know, I've been playing Star Rail since Silver's first banner, you know, like during the middle slash end, right? Or more so towards the middle of Silver's banner. You know, when she was like first released during that year, like the first year. Like, yeah, but I also have been playing Genshin like for quite a while as well, since the beginning. Like, yeah, but no, I play both nonetheless. It's just that I'm like really far behind in both. I would say that I do personally think I'm a little bit more caught up within Star Rail compared to Genshin. Like, if you were to compare the two games, because, you know, the regions, you know, we're like only 2 regions behind compared to Genshin, you know. We haven't done Natlan, we haven't done Fontaine, we haven't done Sumeru, and like there's still some like side quests for Leeway and like Inazuma's story quests like Kokomi we haven't done yet neither. So like yeah, I would say I'm more caught up, quote unquote caught up, you know, in Honkai Star Rail over here, but definitely, you know, not to its current day per se, obviously. So like, yeah, as you can see from my Fates Atlas over here, but well, like, yeah, I don't have Robin built, unfortunately. It's just everything else, you know, I feel like requires. Well, I built her initially. I think it's just that I didn't really continue after everything else came around over here, I believe, right? Yeah, same as Firefly. I don't really have her built neither, per se, but Firefly is still used though, you know, like, yeah, Firefly is still used, you know, for Division Universe. Like, even if I got Herta, you know, and like House Service, I still use Firefly, you know, for Division Universe still. So like, yeah, like I still want to use her, you know, just because it's different, you know, compared to like what we have currently right now. So like Division Universe, I use like Ling Cha, Trailblazer, right, Firefly, and Runmei, I think. But like, you know, I have Ichigo and don't have a build at all, like actually in game. But yeah. Oh, have you done the Mondstadt one though? You should do the Mondstadt one, in my personal opinion. It's like really good. We like just finished like a few hours ago, like 2 hours ago, I think. You know, and I thought it was like really good, by the way. Like, yeah. I would recommend doing the Mondstadt one if I were you. And plus, it's not like much of a spoiler, you know, when it comes to like what you're currently on right now, you know, like Natlan, that is, unless you have not done the previous Mondstadt quest, you know, that we got like years before. I think it's doing Inazuma, in which we got the Albedo Mondstadt quest, you know, like way before that time, like early Genshin day. But like yeah, the Parallelism Alken quest, you know, I thought it's like really good and whatnot and worth playing if you have not already, but entirely up to you, you know, like, yeah. Genshin, not really. Genshin, I can still do 12-3 though, you know, when it comes to the Spire Abyss. But I don't like 36 star, you know, I just like complete it, you know, with like Ayaka team for my first team. My second team will be like a Hu Tao team. My Ayaka team is still stronger though, I like to say, like, yeah, like overall speaking. But like Imaginary Theater, I'm like able to like get through everything, you know, even on Envision mode. It's just that I'm not able to like all-star it, you know, like, oh yeah. There was like one Imagine Theater, you know, I think it was like last season or like the season before that, in which I was like 1 star away from like getting all the stars, like getting all the 36 stars, you know, for Envision mode, you know, like the hardest difficulty for Imagine Theater. But the Shenzo, not the Shenzo Lofu, but the I forgot what the region was called, but you know, the wolf boss, I guess, you know, that's like within a new Liyue region, you know, for like when Shren Yen initially got announced. Like that's like the boss that's like, you know, I couldn't get the last star for the achievement, I guess you could say. So like, yeah. But yeah, Spire Abyss, I'm able to like 12-3, you know, even with Ayaka team and like Hu Tao team. And like Imagine Theater, I guess I'm able to like get fully complete as well, even though it's like a huge struggle for me. But yeah. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Elija, is that how you say your name? I greatly appreciate the follow, but hopefully you're having a great day so far. Nonetheless, but thanks again for the follow. For Star Rail, I'm definitely feel more comfortable in clearing things because last time, you know, for Pure Fiction, we were able to like do floor level 3 and level 4 for the first time. Mainly because we have casters, you know, like, yeah. Before that, I was only able to do like, you know, level 1 and level 2, because, you know, before getting casters and the Herter, you know, I would like run Jinlu, you know, as like my main team, you know, and like my second team, you know, would be Solo Quantum Sealy, you know, for my alternative team. So like, you know, nowadays I feel like much comfortable in terms of like completing everything for like MLC and Pure Fiction, you know, since we use Herter and like Caster's team now. Like yeah. Oh, what are the numbers supposed to mean though? Like yeah, between the two. Like yeah, Wraith, like between 1 and 2, what are the numbers supposed to exactly mean? Or do you want that to be like a secret still? But like yeah. In Genshin, I'm almost finished. I'm in the middle of Natlin, but I don't want to continue because, well, I don't like Natlin. That's okay. It's not my favorite region either. I still think Fontaine's overall better. Like, yeah, not because I'm French, I swear, but it's okay. But I totally agree with you that Fontaine was overall better than Natlin does. Natlin has been getting better though, you know, like, yeah, like compared to very beginning, you know, but overall though, Fontaine feels a bit more polished nonetheless compared to Natlin even today still, but like, yeah, at least that's what I'm getting the impression of. Pure Fiction is so hard. Casters and Herter definitely make... Yeah. That was the first time ever, like, clearing all 4 levels of Pure Fiction, you know, and getting all 3 stars as well. I think for MOC it took me a while to get, like, all 3 stars, you know, because my Casters team, I would run Lynx, you know, Peeler. Yeah, Peeler over here. Casterus and Brawny, I believe. So like, you know, definitely my Casterus team is more free to play than my Herter team. Herter team I would run Bailu, Jade, Herter, and like Sparkle. But like, yeah, overall it's like way easier, you know, running Casterus and Herter team over like, you know, Jinlu and Solo Quantum Sealy team per se. But like, yeah. Oh, the banners. Okay. Wait, you probably shouldn't have told me that, actually. Well, I probably shouldn't have asked, you know? Because both of the banners are really good. Not gonna lie. Like, yeah, for this banner over here. Actually, no. If I were you, I would go for 2. If you don't have number 2 already. But number 1 is also pretty good too, you know, over here. Except that, I don't know, number 1 might be I mean number 2 might be slightly more helpful, I guess, overall, since number 1, you know, can be more easily replaced, I guess you could say. But like, yeah, like I'm still using Lynx right now since I'm still working on building on Hyacinth over here, you know. But like, yeah, I don't really exactly feel like Hyacinth was a must pull, you know, because she doesn't heal that much, you know? Like, yeah, I thought she would heal like more, you know? Cause like there was like a lot of hype, you know, built upon Hyacinth over here. But like, yeah, she doesn't heal as much when like I initially did her trial, like back then last week. Like, yeah. In Genshin, the endgames is so hard I cannot do it compared to Honkai Star Rail. It's probably because you haven't played as much, right? Like, overall, if you have not played Genshin as much, you know, or have like the meta characters, you know, in Genshin, then it definitely is much harder. Like, yeah, Spire Abyss, you know, I'm like only able to like do through Trove 3 because I run Ayaka, you know, and Hu Tao. But like I'm not able to like 36 star at all, you know, like yeah.
It's squishy.
And like for Imaginum Theater, you know, it's like a pretty big struggle to me too. Just because like I have like very little characters built, you know. Same goes with Star Rail and Genshin, you know. Like yeah. Like 95% of my characters, you know, are like unbuilt in like Genshin. But like 90% I guess I would say in Star Rail over here since I'm actually dedicating more, you know, for Star Rail roster over here. But like yeah. This is my Herta build if you want to see, I guess, over here. But like yeah. Yeah, Wrath, I would go for number 2 if I were you, but I'm a bit biased, I guess, you know, because I'm a Herta main. I've been a Herta main ever since day 1, like when her puppet form was still around like a 4-star, you know. But like, I personally think that the Herta is the best DPS we have right now. Like, between Herta and Casterus, I think Herta is like a little bit better than Casterus, just slightly, you know. Like, yeah, but yeah, this is my Herta build. Like, yeah, these are my stats, I guess you could say over here, per se. Yeah, I have the Lycon as well, I guess. Relics would still really recommend running the 4-piece Scholar Lost in Erudition one, and the ornaments is the Izumo, you know, Izumo 2-piece over here. And like yeah, I did one for E2 as well, like back during New Year's at the beginning of this year over here. But like yeah. Oh, I'm saving my token, by the way, Lunam, just in case like, you know, another character might come out in the future. So like that's why I don't have Luwachi yet. It's because like I still have my token, you know, like yeah, and like I don't want to use my token, you know, for like run May, just because like I don't think I need E3 run May right at all. Like E3 run May, like beyond E1 and E2, it's like not as beneficial, right? You know, compared to like the early ones over here. So like I'm like saving it, you know, for like a potential like new 5-star that might be added within the token banner, I guess you could say. So like yeah. It's the store, right? I think. And then like I believe it's around, yeah, it's around here. So like yeah, I haven't claimed anyone yet because you know, I don't feel like I need to exactly yet per se too, but I heard that they might add like, you know, new characters within the character redemption of the Stellar Convergence perhaps in the future and whatnot. Like yeah. Oh, you have a lot of characters, but I'm like you with Robin. Half of my characters are level 0 artifacts. I used to clear all the bits, but I was hacked. And oh, okay, I got you. Like yeah. Wait, but you have like good characters there, right? Are you able to like build any of the new characters or no? Because you've done Natlan compared to me, you know, in which I have a feeling that you may be able to build characters compared to me, because, you know, me personally, I'm not really able to build characters just because I haven't gotten so far within the Autumn Crest yet, you know, like yeah. Like the next one we had to do, you know, was Sumeru, Chapter 3, Act 1. So like, you know, I've still yet to like do Sumeru and Fontaine in Natlan. Like ooh, what anniversary units did you choose, by the way, gamer? Well, like yeah, which one did you choose for you two? Well, like yeah. I understand that's understandable because it's like very discouraging, I like to say. Like yeah, but at least you're able to like still continue off where you left off, you know, which is really nice. So it's not like completely starting over, I guess you could say. But it is quite discouraging, not gonna lie. Like, yeah, if that happened to you. But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm further behind than you though, because you know, you mentioned that you done some of the Natlan on quests, you know, but for me, I personally haven't. So like, yeah. But which characters did you choose, by the way, or gamer? Or like, what was the second anniversary units that you mentioned just now? Like, I mean, she's still good though, honestly. Like, Raiden Shogun's still good. You know, it's just that, you know, once the new Archons came out, you know, like Farina and like Mavica, you know, she isn't like top tier anymore, I guess you could say, but she's still good, you know, like, yeah, I don't know if she's like one of the best, you know, sub DPS anymore, like even support slash main DPS, obviously, but like she's still good, you know, like she's still pretty good overall and whatnot, I'd say. So like, yeah, Really? I have like very few Natlan characters, not gonna lie. The only 5-star banners I pulled for in Natlan was Sitlali and Mavica. Mavica, like I knew I wanted like no matter what, you know, just because she's the Archon, you know, like that's like kind of like the main reason why I still want to pull for Mavica, just because she's the Archon for the Natlan journey. And Sitlali I wanted to pull for as well because she has the same voice actress, you know, as March 7th. So like, you know, the resemblance, you know, between Honkai Star Rail and Genshin, you know, that's like what really made me also want to pull for Sitlali as well. Like, yeah, same with Hyacinth, you know. Hyacinth, like, even though she's like a bit underwhelming as a healer as I thought she would be, you know, I still wanted to pull for her just because she's Barbara in Genshin. So like, yeah. Well, like, yeah, the resemblance and the similarities, you know, between Genshin and Star Rail, like, also plays a big factor for me to, characters to pull, I guess, at the end of the day. But, like, yeah. But, yeah, all the other Natlan characters I really haven't pulled at all. You know, like, Chaska, Shieldnen, Konich, you know, Milani. I like, skip because, you know, I didn't feel like the Natlan characters design is like as polished or like as I like, you know, compared to Fontaine, you know, like, yeah, for my personal preference. Oh, really? The Watcher's okay though, you know, like, I mean, he's like not as good as he used to be, you know, but I mean, if you have to use your redemption, you know, then like, it's fine, you know, like, yeah, but I'm still saving mines, you know, just because, you know, just in case if they decide to like add more characters in the future and whatnot, you know, like, yeah, within the store shop that, you know, they for the stellar convergence over here. I want Konich so bad, but I was not playing him while he was out. Oh really? He's kind of cool. Yeah, he's like Spider-Man, right? So like, yeah, his gameplay is real like Spider-Man, but I mean, he's like not a must pull though, at least in my personal opinion. Like, he's good, you know, like, but he's like on par with Milani when it comes to like strength and whatnot. So like, not top tier, you know, compared to like Mavica or like, you know, and like, I guess Nouvelle per se. But I do think he's probably the best Denjo character now. You know, like after Al Haytham, right? That's who's the Sumeru Denjo DPS. But like, oh, it's up to you. I mean, I play both, I suppose, nonetheless. Mainly on stream though, I guess, right? Like, yeah, but I would really recommend doing the Monster Arc quest if I were you, because like I thought it was like really, really good in my personal opinion when we just finished it this evening, you know? Like, yeah. But like, I mean, other than that, I'm glad to see that I motivated you to hop back on Genshin at the end of the day over here, to say the very least. But like, yeah, I like both games. Both games are like very different from each other, you know, but also similar to each other, you know? Like, hence why I still like been playing ever since first year over here, I guess, nonetheless, you know? Because like, both games are similar but different in their own ways too, you know? Like, yeah. Chaska is really cool, not gonna lie, especially, you know, with her using her big gun, you know, and like, she also provides like multi-elemental, you know, when she does her charge attack, you know, with her big gun. But like, I mean, she's too similar to me to Chlorine when it comes to character design. So like, that's why I like skipped on her banner as well, you know, because she looks really similar to Chlorine, and which I already had before doing her first banner, Fontaine back then. Like, yeah. The only one I like her Konichi Shaska and the Disco Girl, I forgot her name. The Disco Girl, wait, the Disco Girl? What do you mean by Disco, Girl? Like, Silali? Like, the one with the same voice actress as March 7th? Or like, what do you mean by the Disco person? Like, yeah, Konichi's cool though, not gonna lie. And Chaska as well. But, you know, I just didn't felt like I was like really intrigued to pull for both of them. You know, like back when it first banner first released and whatnot. Like, you know, like, yeah. Oh wait, never mind. I know who you mean now. Shilonen, right? You know, with the DJ setup, I'm guessing, right? That plays music and is like one of the best supports now, you know? Yeah, she's cool. And like the one with the rollerblades, right? Like that like skates around. She's cool. But like I already have Kazura. So like for me it didn't feel like a must for. Cause like I'm okay with Kazura. And like her gameplay, I feel like it's quite complex. So like using her techniques and stuff like that, you know, it felt like it took quite a bit more time, I guess, you know, or a bit more dexterity. Or like effort, you know, to like pull it off compared to Kazura, you know, in which you just have to press Q or E, you know, like yeah.
Hi, this is Toga speaking.
Hi.
Yeah, the Monset Onquest is really good, by the way. Like if you played the one before that, you know, like the one with Albedo, you know, Eula and Amber, you know, going to Dragon Spine, then the new one is kind of like a continuation of that, I guess you could say. Like yeah. But it's a really good one. I just wish that like they kept like the voice lines, I guess, you know, still. But I mean, it is what it is for now. Unless you play on a different language, in which that won't matter as much, you know. But like overall, the story I'll just say was pretty good. Like yeah, it was worth playing. I think at the end of the day. But yeah, it was Shilonen. Yeah, she's really good. I think she's like better than Kazuma now, right? At least the current state, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like her technique, you know, it requires quite a bit of a learning curve, you know, and I already have Kazuma, so I didn't feel like, you know, she was like a must pull for me. And plus, I'm not a huge fan of like, I guess her character design as well, you know, like yeah, back then. Yeah, it's like much more complicated now than before, I suppose, but like. Still, it's just the way it is, you know. Yeah, it's just the way how the region works, you know. Like the more expanded Tibet is, you know, the more complicated it gets at the end of the day, right? But like, yeah, I don't think it's like overly complicated. Still, it's just that for certain characters, you know, it might be quite more complicated than others per se. But there are certain points, you know, in that lane in which. It could be a bit more simpler than others, you know, like, yeah. Really? Mine's is still a Yaker, but I remember first seeing Chlorine, you know, and like, her character review / gameplay that I knew I wanted to pull for her. Like, her just like lightning bolting, you know, with the Kimbo pistols, you know. I thought it was like really, really cool and whatnot. And especially her like, ultimate, you know. Like of her just like sizzling around the dark areas of the forest, you know. I thought it's like really, really cool too, you know. Like yeah, so for her, you know, she may not be the best character obviously compared to Alikino and the others, you know, but she's really fun to play and really cool to play as well. So like for me it's like a must pull obviously. Like yeah, like I knew I wanted to pull for her. Let's see. Okay, we've only done the tutorial so far of this event over here. I might get off if after this. I know we've done this a little bit of the event for the trial over here, but I don't want to like sleep too late compared to like yesterday. Like yeah. I may stream again tomorrow though, cause the event for Genshin ends tomorrow over here. But like, okay, so we did use Cypher for the first time, right? But I guess there's an easy difficulty and a hard difficulty for the challenge over here. Can we? Oh, there's like trial characters over here too. You know, like how we have at the Hotel Space Station from before. You know, we have Aglia, Sunday, Horror, Branya, and Trailblazer. I want to try to use the trial characters, you know, as much as possible for the event, because like, you know, it feels really new and refreshing that way. But man, I'm gonna try to like sleep early today and like probably be back tomorrow actually, because you know, the Genshin event ends tomorrow, like really time soon. But yeah, sorry for the short Star stream. It's just that we like finished the Alcon quest before that, and like I want to like go to bed a bit earlier compared to yesterday. Like yeah, but hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Great talking to you as well, Linum. Yeah, have a good rest of your Sunday, right? Because it's Sunday for you. But yeah, hope to see you again on another stream in the future per se. But like yeah, take care and yeah, have a good rest of your night. But like yeah.